Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're doing wonderful at home and doing fine. Now today we're going to learn about making a team chooser. So you're going to pick teams, and so it's a common problem where people have a bunch of people together and you got to figure out who's on teams. You don't want someone to be picked last. Might as well let a computer do it so it'll be nice and fair and nobody goes home crying and lifelong agony about how they were picked last in gym class. Whatever. Here we go. So first off in this, we're going to be doing some things with lists. So I'm going to show you some things or remind you of some things that were in a previous chapter. I was actually reminded of this activity because during your project I was asked by two different people how to do something that's going to be similar to what I show you. So let's do this. So first, lists. Lists are a very important part of Python. In lists, they hold information. They're just this place where the computer can just store things. So if I'm going to make a list of sports, it will start with a variable name, sports. That's the name of the list. And in order to make it a list, I need a square bracket. That's the key right next to P on your keyboard that opens up the bracket. And in here, we can list a bunch of sports. Say hockey. Now we have to close the quotes on hockey to make it separate from the next thing, which is like football. Let's do volleyball, softball, gymnastics. Did I spell that right? Whatever. Hopefully it's good. So to end the list, I just put a square bracket at the end and hit enter, and now it's a list. It's a list that contains 5 different objects. So if we want to see the length of sports, it'll tell you there's 5 things there. That's great. Now, if I want to add something to the list, there's 2 main things that we need to do for this project. We need to add something to the list and take something out of the list. So if I say sports.append, that allows me to add something else. What's a sport that's not there? Let's have football, hockey, let's do basketball. And so now it doesn't look like anything happened. You look at that and you're like, oh, great, that doesn't do anything. But now when I type in sports, you can see now basketball has been added on to the end. So that's good. I'm going to pull this up so you can see it. All right. Now, say I want to remove one. So sports.remove, let's say football. Now, look, again, it looks like nothing happens, but now when I say sports, you can see it's the same list without football in there. Now, the shell is a nice place to play around with things, but really, we want it to use lists in a program. So our next video is going to do that in a program.